Everyone in our family could see the glowing countdown clock hovering clearly above my sister Stella's head. They all knew without a doubt that she would die on her 16th birthday. So, to ensure her final day on Earth was absolutely perfect, my parents locked me, burning with a severe, agonizing fever, inside a freezing, dark storage room. What they did not realize was that the terrifying countdown they had feared for years was never actually for her. The countdown was always for me. Stella was the golden child, getting all the delicious snacks, pretty dresses, and bedtime stories from mom and dad. I was just the neglected shadow. If there was one piece of candy, it was Stella's. When I was 14, I finally understood the terrifying reality about the numbers floating above her head. Overwhelmed by jealousy and an inability to accept that she was leaving, I completely ruined her birthday cake. My dad beat me mercilessly while my mom cried, but did nothing to stop him. Stella threw her fragile body over mine to protect me, crying frantically that it was her fault. But my parents never forgave me. They firmly believed I could not stand to see her happy. Now, on the direct eve of her desperately awaited 16th birthday, my head was splitting with excruciating pain. I pounded frantically on the thick wooden door in absolute fear, begging my mom to let me out, telling her over and over how awful I felt. She just gritted her teeth angrily and yelled right through the wood, telling me my sister only had one single day left before she died and demanding that I just bear with it. Gradually, the muffled sounds outside the door completely disappeared, and my fragile consciousness slowly slipped into deep, inescapable darkness. Suddenly, my body felt incredibly light. I floated right through the wooden door and directly into the warm, illuminated living room. My parents were huddled close on the sofa with Stella. Mom's hand gently patted Stella's back, while Dad kept his head down, his shoulders trembling slightly with suppressed grief. Stella was wearing her only brand new dress, a pale blue piece with tiny embroidered stars on the hem. She asked if I was really okay, her voice heavy with congestion, saying she heard me calling out that my head hurt. My mom just scoffed coldly, reaching out to tenderly touch Stella's pale cheek, claiming I was faking my illness just to ruin Stella's mood. I drifted toward them, wanting to grab Stella's hand, wanting to scream that I really was burning up with a life-threatening fever. But my hand passed straight through her body, as if passing through a wisp of fog. I stopped midair, staring blankly at my transparent fingers, and then slowly floated back to the locked storage room. Looking through the crack beneath the door, I saw my own lifeless body curled up among the dusty clutter. I was already dead. My dad came to the door much later, sliding a piece of bread through the crack, and telling me to just stay in there and behave without making trouble. He promised with a heavy sigh that he would make it up to me after my sister was gone. I floated right in front of his face and whispered softly, "You don't need to make it up to me, Dad. You'll never have the chance." The next morning, the bright sun rose on Stella's 16th birthday. My parents braced themselves for her death, but Stella walked right out of her bedroom, perfectly fine, showing a faint, gentle smile. Overjoyed and weeping uncontrollably, my mom rushed to embrace her tightly. In their tearful celebration, they finally remembered the nuisance locked away. Smiling through their tears, they ran to the storage room, fully ready to share the miraculous news that Stella was going to live. But as my dad confidently pushed open the heavy wooden door, the hopeful smile violently melted right off his face. He jerked his hand back in pure horror, his eyes wide as he murmured, "Wrong, it's all wrong." What exactly did my parents see inside that freezing, dark room? And what is the terrifying truth behind the fatal countdown?